elders, invitees, friends. This evening brings two principles close to the foundation: the pursuit of knowledge and spirit of service. We would like to begin today's program with Ved Patashala. I request the students of Gautama Ved Patashala on dais for the Ved Parayana.
श्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धेनामवित्र्यवतु उभावामिन्द्राग्ने आहुवद्या उभाराधसः सहमादयध्यै उभादातारा विशागुं रयेणामुभावाजस्य सातये हुवेवाम् अश्रवगुम्भे भूरिदावत्तराभां विजामातुरुतवाघास्यालात् अथा सोमस्य प्रयते युवभ्यामिन्द्राग्ने स्तोमं जनयामि नव्यम् इन्द्राग्नेन पतिं पुरोधासपत्नीरधोनुतम् साकमेकेन कर्मणा शुचिन्नस्तोमन्नवजातमध्येन्द्राग्ने वृत्रहणाजुषेथाम् उभाहि वागुं सुहवाजो हविमिता वाजगुं सद्य उशते ज्येष्ठा वयमुत्वा पथस्पते रथन्न वाजसातये धिये पूषन्न युज्महि पथस्पथः परिपतिं वचस्या कामेन कृतो अभ्यानडर्कम् स नो रासच्छुरुधश्चन्द्राग्राधियम् धियगुंसीषधाधिप्रपूषा क्षेत्रस्य पतिना वयगुं हृतेनेव जयामसि गामश्वं भोषयित्वा स नो मृडातीदृशे क्षेत्रस्य पते मधुमन्तमूर्मिन्धेनुरिवपयो अस्मासु दुक्ष्वा मधुश्चुतं घृतमिव सुपूतमृतस्य नः पतयो मृडयन्तु अग्नेनय सुपधाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्पद्यो राणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नम उक्तिं विधेम आरेवानामपि पन्थामगन्मयच्छक्नवाम तदनुप्रवोढुम् अद्भिर्विद्वान् स यथात्सेदुहोतासो अध्वरात्सरतोन् कल्पयाति यद्वाहिष्ठं तदग्नये बृहदर्च विभावसो महिषे वत्वद्रयस्त्वद्वाजा उदीरते अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गाणि विश्वा ओष्टपृथ्वे बहुलान उर्वे भवातो कायतनयाय शय्यो त्वमग्ने प्रतपा असि देव आमत्वेष्वा त्वय्यग्नेष्वेड्यः यद्वो वयं प्रमिनाम व्रतानि विदुषान् देवा अविदुष्टरासः अद्यष्टद्विश्वमापृणाति विद्वान् येभिर्देवा आदित्येर्भिर्यदतो न ऊनमाप्यायय हरिवो वर्धमानः यदा स्तोत्रभ्यो महिगोत्रारुदासि भूयिष्ठपादो अधते स्याम ब्रह्म प्रावादिष्मतन्नो माहासीत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Our thanks to the students of Gautama Ved Patashala for that elevating chanting. In keeping with the ancient prayer, we shall now light the ceremonial lamp, a symbol of knowledge and dispelling of ignorance. May I request the dignitaries on the dais to come forward for lighting of the lamp. Thank you, respected dignitaries. It is now my pleasure to say a few words about the foundation that brings us together this evening and to introduce our esteemed speaker. Founded in the year 2000, Sai Grace Foundation Bengaluru carries forward the charitable legacy of Yadalam Nanjaiah Setty branch of the Yadalam family, with a focus on education and the propagation of our cultural heritage. Amongst its key initiatives are its continued support to Gautama Veda Patashala, presently home to 27 students, a corpus endowment to the Lions Club of Bangalore West Trust in support of its eye hospital, this annual endowment lecture at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, merit scholarship for deserving students, and support to Gaushalas and other initiative for community upliftment. On behalf of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and all of us gathered here this evening, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Sai Grace Foundation for their continued patronage and support. It is my privilege to also introduce today's speaker, Brahmachari Dr. Ved Chaitanya ji. The best way to serve a Mahatma is to follow his teaching with utmost sincerity, says Brahmachari Ved Chaitanya. He is presently serving at Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapita and Chinmaya International Foundation, Ernakulam, Kerala. He comes from a family devoted to service of Chinmaya mission, inspired by the Swamins of Chinmaya mission, such as Swami Purushottamanandaji, Swami Siddeshanandaji, and others. He has always been a disciplined sevak of Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmayanandaji. Vedji completed his graduation in electronics and telecommunication engineering from Pune University and also worked for a year in Tata Consultancy Services. Before joining the 15th batch of residential Vedanta course in Sandipini Sadhanalaya, Mumbai in the year 2011. Upon successful completion of 2 years rigorous training under the guidance of Pujya Guru Swami Tejo Mayanandaji and the tutelage of Swami Advaita Nandaji and Swami Sharadanandaji, he received the Brahmacharya Dikshan on auspicious occasion of Ganesha Chaturthi in 2013 and was posted at the Chinmaya Mission Center in Navi Mumbai, where he served until 2017. Since joining Chinmaya International Foundation, he has played a pivotal role in expansion of its home study courses. Under his guidance, the home study courses were successfully transitioned to a comprehensive online mode of learning, enabling more than 30,000 students worldwide to pursue systematic spiritual study. His online classes on the Foundation and Advanced Vedanta course, the Bhagavad Gita course, and the Upanishads course have widely been accepted for their clarity and depth. He also assisted Swami Advayanandaji in conducting the Master Gita Master Life course and served the Acharya for second Vedanta Sadhaka course 24-25. His YouTube lecture series on Viveka Chudamani, Sanskrit for Shastra study, Manache Shloka, Ramacharitamanasa, and other scriptural texts continue to be well received by seekers across the world. A polyglot, an engaging orator, he regularly conducts online discourses and webinars on Vedantic texts and spiritual themes for audience of all age groups in English, Hindi, and Marathi. Blending youthful dynamism with timeless wisdom, he is especially adept with connecting with young seekers through interactive workshops and thought-provoking sessions. Beyond his spiritual pursuit, he is an accomplished tabla player, an avid bike rider, and a passionate cricket enthusiast. Vedji is also proficient in Sanskrit and secured the first rank globally in the Sanskrit examination conducted by University of Cambridge, United Kingdom. He holds a master's degree in Sanskrit and Doctor of Philosophy in Advaita Vedanta from Chinmaya Vishwavidyapita. We consider ourselves privileged to have him with us this evening. We shall now take a few moments to felicitate our distinguished guests. May I request Shri Yadalam Ramkumarji to present a bouquet to Brahmachari Dr. Ved Chaitanya ji. May I request Sri Giridhar Yadalam ji on the dais to present a bouquet to H.N. Suresh, Director Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Bengaluru Kendra. Continuing the Foundation's commitment to education, we now move to the presentation of this year's Merit Scholarship. May I invite Srimati Pallavi Yadalam onto the podium to announce the recipients.
Good evening and welcome to the annual Sai Grace Foundation Endowment Program. Every year, deserving students are selected for the Yadalam Nanjaiah Setty Scholarship for Boys and Yadalam Gangadhar Shetty Scholarship for Girls to help them pursue their educational dreams and life aspirations. This is the 20th year of the scholarship program. It is to be noted that all the students selected are top performers in their respective courses. We would like to thank Shri P.S. Venkatesh Babu for helping shortlist the candidates. We have selected 18 boys for the Yadalam Nanjaiah Setty Scholarship and 12 girls for the Yadalam Gangadhar Shetty Scholarship this year. I request the candidates to come on stage for a group photo with our chief guest, Brahmachari Dr. Ved Chaitanya. The Yadalam Nanjaiah Setty Merit Scholarship awardees are Arya Vaipi, pursuing BE from BMS College, hailing from Chitradurga, E. Vittal, pursuing BE from Dayanand Sagar, hailing from Bellary. H. Pavan Kalyan, pursuing BE from BMS College, hailing from Koppal. Manjunath PK, pursuing BE from Dayanand Sagar College, hailing from Koppal. Manu N, pursuing BE from RNSIT, hailing from Tumkur. P. Praveen Kumar, pursuing BE from RNSIT, hailing from Bellary. S. Vishnu Prasad, pursuing BE from BMS College, hailing from Bellary. Srinivas, pursuing BCA from SRN Adarsh College, hailing from Koppal. Vishal Kalyani, pursuing BE from Dayanand Sagar, hailing from Yadagiri. Yashwant, pursuing BE from Rajarajeshwari College of Engineering, from Koppal. D. Utkarsha, pursuing BE from BMS College, hailing from Bellary. Dhanush Sai, KP, pursuing BE from SJBIT, from Mulbagal. Yadav Krishna, pursuing BCom from RV University, hailing from Kolar. Manish, pursuing BE from BMS College, hailing from Bengaluru. Naveen KR, pursuing BCom from Surana College, hailing from Mulbagal. Venkatanand, pursuing BE from BMS College, from Gauri Bidanur. Sri Dayant, pursuing BE from BIT, hailing from Chitradurga. Venu GS, pursuing BE from RNSIT, from Kolar. The Yadalam Gangadhar Setty Merit Scholarship awardees are Anita K, pursuing her B.Ed from Oxford College, hailing from Chikbalapur. Chandana MB, pursuing BCom from NMKRB, hailing from Bengaluru. Krupa, pursuing BE from BNMIT, hailing from Chikbalapur. Spurti, pursuing BE from BIT, hailing from Shimoga. Pallavi KG, pursuing MBBS from BGS, hailing from Tumkur. Narmita BS, pursuing BE from BIT, hailing from Tumkur. T. Vagdevi, pursuing BCA from BMS, hailing from the Satyasai district in Andhra Pradesh. Maunika M, pursuing BCA from National College, hailing from Kolar. Manogna Shri, pursuing engineering from HN College of Engineering, hailing from Chikbalapur. N. Sai Chandra Purvi, pursuing BE from BIT, hailing from Gauri Bidanur. Riya Gupta, pursuing BE from SJBIT, hailing from Chikbalapur. And Neha Mahendra, pursuing BTech from RV University, hailing from Bengaluru.
May I invite Sri Vijay Kumar Yadalam to the podium to announce the foundation's contribution to Gautam Ved Patashala.
Good evening. We have been associated with Gautama Veda Pathshala from 2019. This Veda Pathshala has been started by Sri Govind Sharma, who really worked hard to make this as his life's ambition, and he has succeeded. I would like Govind Sharma ji to come and say a few words about the Veda Pathshala.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಶುಭ ಸಂಜೆ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶರ್ಮಾ ಅಂತ. ಗೌತಮ ವೇದ ಪಾಠಶಾಲೆ ಅಂತ 2014ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. 2014ರಿಂದ ಇವಾಗ 2026ಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ 35 ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮಗೆ ವಿಜಯ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಧಾಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅವರು ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರು. 2019ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಠಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಇವರು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಒಂದು 6-7 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಗೋಶಾಲೆನೂ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಒಂದು 5 ಹಸುಗಳು ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಇವರು ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ವೇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ಯೆಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ. ಸಂತೋಷ. ಲೋಕ ಸಮಸ್ತ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
We now come to the principal event of this evening. The Sai Grace Foundation annual endowment lecture will be delivered by Brahmachari Dr. Ved Chaitanya ji on the subject Bhagavad Gita, Manual of Life.
Hari Om, Hari Om. Am I audible? All right. We'll start with small prayer. Before we start, I request everyone, please check your phones. Make sure that they are on silent or switched off. सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीं अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी. Hari Om to all present. First of all, my gratitude to the Yadalam family for doing such a noble work, and this particular program that has been going on for more than 20 years is a testament to their relentless dedication to this cause. So the entire family is present, all the brothers are there. Gratitude on behalf of all of us present here. Also to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan for collaborating on this and making sure that this program happens every year. Thank you for calling me this year. Before we start today's topic, I want to ask one question. How many of you have studied Bhagavad Gita completely? Please raise your hands. Okay. Okay. How many of you have not studied completely, but at least have gone through a little bit here and there? How many of you have no idea about what is Bhagavad Gita? Okay. Not studied any shloka? Okay. No, I should know na what audience I am addressing. Today's topic is Bhagavad Gita, a manual of life. Now, those who have studied Bhagavad Gita probably have studied it in different ways. Some of them study for philosophical reasons. Some of them study because they have some problems in life they want to get rid of, and therefore they study Bhagavad Gita. Some of them study because they don't have option. Everybody in the family studies, so they also start studying, and then they get interest and they continue. Various reasons are there to study Bhagavad Gita, correct? It is like upvasa. In most of the houses, Chaturthi, Ekadashi, etc., they will do upvasa. So somebody asked me once, Swamiji, why do you do upvasa? So I said, yeah, I used to do. Now also I do, but earlier I used to do more. He said, why you used to do upvasa? So I said, because I didn't have option. My mother, for my sake, will not make something special, no. So if my mother, my father, if grandparents, if all of them are doing upvasa, by default upvasa for me. And then when we started going to school, etc., we started understanding that the day you have upvasa, some interesting things some of your friends will bring in the tiffin. Pav bhaji, etc., they will bring, and you are stuck with sabudana khichdi. But then later on, I understood what is the meaning of the word upvasa. Bhagavad Gita enters our life in different ways. Sometimes because parents have taught from childhood, 15th chapter, 12th chapter, you must memorize. That is how we start Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes we don't even know the meaning. We don't care about the meaning also sometimes. But as we grow up, we start to inquire into what is it that I have been chanting. And that is where our association with Bhagavad Gita increases. And then if we get good Acharya, good commentary and good explanation on Bhagavad Gita, then we find that, oh, there is a lot of things that I can learn from this text. Right. So I am sure all of you who are here have encountered Bhagavad Gita in different ways. And all those who raised hands saying that I have never gone through Bhagavad Gita, today is your introduction. Okay, welcome to the family. The question is, we say that Bhagavad Gita was taught by Bhagavan Shri Krishna to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra around 5,500 years back. And therefore the question arises, why should I study it now? Valid question. Example, 50 years back, what was the situation? is not the situation today. Correct? Majority of you have seen the situation 50 years back. I have not, because I am younger than 50. Some youngsters who are sitting here have not. But I am sure majority of you have seen the era when there was a trunk call and tar ka kya bolte hai usko? Telegram was there, not the Telegram app. See, that is the problem. If I say Telegram, no, their mind will go to Telegram app. No, there was actually something called as Telegram, where they have to go to the post office and write it, and it will go fast, and they will get a message. Then after 5-6 days, they will receive the reply. And then there was something called as letter also, inland letter, blue color one, remember? Then postcard was there. And then you have to write, and then you have to post, and then we don't know when it will reach, whether that person will be there, whether the postman will put it properly, or whether it will be falling in. We don't know anything. From that era, maybe 35-40 years back to today, vast change is there, isn't it? Today, on a click of a button, you send your videos, etc. to somebody who is in another country. And they reply within a moment. I can't even say minute. Minute is too long now for conversation. In 1 minute, some 20 messages are exchanged. So in last 40 years, if this much change has happened, then in 5,500 years, how much change has happened? We are no more fighting wars by sitting in a chariot with bow and arrow. We are not doing that. We are fighting with guns, bombs. Now we have gone to the next level. It's a data war, isn't it? Bio war. What all things are there? So if the world has changed so much in last few years, then imagine in 5,500 years, how much world has changed? Then why should I study a text that was written so long? It's a valid question. And the answer is very interesting. And the answer is, you study and see. Kalidasa has written one very beautiful verse. He says, Puranam ityeva nacha sadhu satyam. Nacha sadhu sarvam. Everything that is old is not right. Just because our parents used to do, grandparents used to do, that doesn't mean it is right. And something is new doesn't mean it is wrong. But he says, next line, what we should do as an intelligent human being, we should analyze both and then take a call whether it is right and worth. Don't accept everything, but don't reject everything also without analysis. Are you getting my point? Don't accept everything. Everybody should study Bhagavad Gita. Why? See, just before the session also we were having conversation, and they were asking, what do you feel about nowadays youngsters that are there? So I said that, you see, there are some challenges that the youngsters are facing. Attention span is one challenge, which is natural. They have been brought up in such a circumstance, especially after COVID, that their attention span is very less. Even TV channels and movies and long YouTube videos they can't watch now. They have come to shorts, reels, half a minute, 1 minute, that much only. Then after that they need to change. They get bored very quickly. It is a challenge. It is not good thing or bad thing. That is how it is. But one thing about this generation is, they are asking logical questions. We should give logical answers. I will give you example. I was mentioning a point that we should not accept everything, but we should not reject everything also. We have been we have been taught also that we should go to temple every day. Get up early in the morning, take bath, and then go to temple every day. Now the youngster asks a question, why? Why should I go to temple? Don't you say that God is everywhere? Your philosophy only. You say that God is everywhere. So if he is everywhere, he is also in my home, correct? He is also in my bedroom, correct? I am sleeping under a mattress, he is also there under that, correct? Then why are you telling me to get up, take bath, go to the temple which is far and which is so much chaotic way, so many other people are there? Why are you asking me to go to temple? When a youngster is asking a logical question, how do we reply? Shut up. My parents told and I never questioned. That is your problem. You should have questioned. Why you didn't question? We were very obedient people. Probably, but also unintelligent. Probably. So just because I listened to my parents and followed doesn't mean that my children will follow. Now, do it. Logical question should be given logical answer. How many youngsters here have got similar question like this? Why should I believe in God? You have, na? Why should I go to temple? Very good. Good. At least they are truthful. Now let me ask you one question. Do you watch movies? You watch movies? Where? Theater? Why? The same movie is available on your phone, on your iPad or tablet, laptop, TV. It is available, correct? Why do you spend money to go to the theater which is far and then go there and you have to watch advertisement first 20 minutes and then the movie will start and then interval will be there where you have to spend money, because if you go to theater and not eat popcorn, you think that you have not done something. So then you eat popcorn and samosa and all these things and then you... Why? Because I can watch the same movie at my home on my phone, but it will not give me same experience. Correct? Suppose I am watching at home and somebody comes and disturbs. Gone, I have to pause. So then I go do some other work and then again I come. That connection is gone. Whereas in the movie theater, how it happens? Complete darkness, big screen, surround sound, 7.1 Dolby Digital and what all things they will say. And the sound they will check also, tuck, 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 it will go from all the speakers. And everybody coming there has come for watching and then there are cheers and then the experience of movie is different. The same movie is present here, but the same experience is not happening. Why do we go to temple? Not for God. We go for the experience. That same God is present here also. But do I have that same experience of God? No. What happens in the temple? Everybody coming there praying to that same deity. So the energy is very high. So you go there, even if there is so much of chaos and so many people, still you feel a kind of peace. You kind of inspiration you get by just being there. Not that you have chanted something or you have done. Just going there, just seeing that murti, just having darshan elevates me. I go there for experience. Are you getting? So the question, when it is logical answer has to be given. And the best answer is, you go and see yourself whether it helps you or not. That's the best thing. If you feel that yes, this is good, you will do it. After that, no logic is required. Because I know I have done. In the same way, logical question is asked, why should I study Bhagavad Gita, which is 5,500 years old? You can't give answer, shut up, study. That answer will not work. So, logical answer is what? What is there in Bhagavad Gita? There are certain texts which speak of that particular era, which speak of knowledge which is for a particular group of people at a particular time. But then there is knowledge which is universal in nature, which is applicable to all the people at all times. Bhagavad Gita contains that universal knowledge, and therefore it is applicable even 5,500 years back. Means how much it was there 5,500 years back, it is even applicable today. Let me give you some example. In order to drive a vehicle in India, what is the minimum age? 18. Correct? You need to be 18 to drive. Why? Because when you are 18, you will get license. Now, is this same in all countries? Is this age same in all countries? No. Was it always 18 in India? No. Some point of time it was 21. Before that it may be 16. We don't know. Which means this is a kind of knowledge or rule which changes according to the time and according to the place. Not common. But you should speak truth. This value of truthfulness, is it that only in India people above 18 should speak truth? Is it like that? No, right? Everybody should speak truth. I will tell you something very interesting. Even those thieves who are there, no? Thieves, criminals, even they follow truthfulness. Do you know this? They together as a gang may cheat the entire society. But within the gang, they expect everybody to be truthful. Criteria is there to be part of the gang. The gang of what? Criminals. But you have to be loyal to your gang. Correct? So this loyalty, truthfulness, consistency, these are good qualities no matter which place, which time. So this becomes a universal knowledge. So Bhagavad Gita is not talking about some knowledge that is specific to a particular place and time. It is speaking about knowledge which is universal in nature, which is applicable to all people at all times, and therefore it is relevant even today. See, sometimes when we think about all these points, lot of questions come to our mind. What kind of universal knowledge is it? Why do you say that it is applicable to all people at all times? Because we have been told from our childhood that Bhagavad Gita and spiritual texts should be studied after retirement. Correct? Suppose by mistake you tell somebody that you are going for Bhagavad Gita class. By mistake if they come to know. First question they will ask is, why, what happened? Correct? It is like saying, I went to the hospital today. What will be the next question you will ask me? What happened? Means something wrong has to happen for me to go to hospital, unless I am a doctor. If I am a doctor, then going to hospital is my daily job. But if I am not a doctor, then going to hospital refers to there is something wrong for which I am going to hospital. Somehow spirituality has become like that in the society. You say that I am attending a spiritual class, I am going for a satsang, I am studying Bhagavad Gita. Immediately they will ask, why, what happened? Even after now, I am a Brahmachari, I wear these clothes, etc. Some people are very genuinely, they feel for us. And they come and ask. In the public, they will not ask such questions. But after the talk is over, they will come and they say, Swamiji, can we ask one question? Of course. What happened? What happened means, just in the introduction, they were telling that you were engineer before and you were working in software company. What happened? Now, they have come with a genuine question. It's not that they are looking down or anything. At least I take it as a genuine question. So they are expecting a very particular answer. That I should say that I had a girlfriend and that girlfriend left me and I was like, what will I do in life? There was no more I could see, and then I saw one ashram. That is what they expect. Nothing like that happened, okay? It was all fine only. Many people also think that we brahmachari, swamis, etc., we are uneducated, illiterate people. We could not go anywhere. Therefore, we went to... People have different opinion. Therefore, we chose spirituality. When they get answers which they don't like, they are not happy. I can see that. So genuine answer if I give, that no, I always wanted to study Vedanta, and I was waiting when I can give up and I can go and I can study. And it is God's grace that got me there. It is my parents who supported. If that kind of answer they get, they don't like. And therefore, I have learnt a trick. I give different answers to different people. Whenever they ask this question, whatever comes at that time, I will give that answer. Why? Genuine answer is not appreciable. Why? Because somehow we have come to this thought process that spirituality is for old, retired people who have nothing now going on in their life. They have finished everything. Now they should do spirituality. Young people should not. That is what we think. And that's why today's topic, Bhagavad Gita, is a manual of life. You can't study a manual of life after you have finished life. You have these electronic equipment, etc., that you purchase, sometimes. Some music system you have purchased. And see, nowadays the situation is different. That nowadays the shop owner will send a person to your home to set up the system for you. In the olden days, it was not like that. You have to go, find out, bring it home and fix it yourself. And therefore, with that electronic equipment, one manual will come. You remember that manual? With phone also manual comes. And generally that manual will be written in different languages. Yeah? English also will be there, Chinese will be there, Japanese will be there. In school time, we used to take that manual, Chinese language we will open and we will start saying, not that we can understand any Chinese, nothing like that is happening, but we used to enjoy that. Nice designs will be there. Their language is very graphical. But even just think for a moment, if we don't read that manual and we start using that instrument, that electronic equipment, what will happen? I did it like that once. I brought new speaker. 2 speakers with bass. And I had to connect it. Now, I was some 7th standard or maybe 6th standard, 7th standard. And new thing has come. So immediately you want to try everything. And from that speaker, from behind, 2 wires have come out. One is red, another is blue. Now the moment you see 2 wires, you think that this has to be put in the plug. Red, blue. So I did that. I put it in a plug and switched on. Pop. Speaker gone. And within a minute, another thump. My mother beating me. First tap, the instrument is over. Second tap, the reaction of the instrument. Why? Those wires are not to be connected to the power supply. They are to be connected to the amplifier or to the computer that you want to use. If I don't know where to put what will happen in life? God has created this world and has given us this equipment, body, mind, intellect. Do we know how to use our body, mind, intellect? Do we know how to use the world? We don't know. So what do? we use trial and error method. Try this method, doesn't work. Try another method, doesn't work. Try another method. Simple example. When you get your first child, when the mother gets first child, she has no idea how to take care of this instrument. It is completely foreign. She doesn't know how to deal with it. And that equipment also is such that it has only one way of communication. And that is crying. So even if the child is hungry, child will cry. Sleepy, cry. Get up from sleep, cry. For any reason, cry. Now the mother, when she sees the child crying, now she has to interpret this crying. Whether the child wants. So she tries different things. First she will do, some toy will be there, something will be there to distract. Then if not, then give some milk or give something. And Indian mothers have one amazing technique of stopping the crying. Do you know what is the technique? I will tell you. They will take the child on their lap. Have you seen? And they beat the child so much. I tell you, I have a theory that the child actually does not sleep, only pretends to be sleeping so that this can stop. Why are you beating me? I was just crying because there was a mosquito. You asked for food and you put toy, but the mosquito, I cried for mosquito. And now you are doing this. Trial and error method. I tell you, even if you have in-laws in your home, they have also done trial and error method only in their time. So not everything will work. Then they will say, nowadays this generation children are very different. What different? Your method is not working because you had not cracked how to use the instrument. You were just using some technique. So we are born, but do we know how to use this equipment? How to use the body? How to use the mind? How to use the intellect? For what to use all these instruments? Do you think God, who has created the entire world, will just create the world and leave it? No. Any good company, when manufactures something, along with that, they will manufacture a manual. It's compulsory. Even if simple electronic equipment or big machineries which are used in different industries, when somebody is manufacturing something, with that they will manufacture manual. And I tell you, in some of the complex machines, manuals will be this big. Many of you must have worked with such machineries. Why? Without the manual, machine cannot be used. It will be either misused, underused, or abused. That is what we are doing with our life. We think body is supposed to be for this. What is their body is meant for? Body is meant for eating. Our main purpose of life is eating. So when they go to any new city, first thing that they will put Google search on, 10 most frequently visited places for food in Bengaluru. So I should know where I should eat neer dosa and where I should have that and where I don't even know what is all speciality of Bangalore, okay? Sorry, not that interested. So, but there are many people. For food, everything is for food only. So when you tell somebody that you went to Agra, they'll first ask question, did you eat petha? Arey, Agra is for Taj Mahal. Primary is that. Not petha. Taj Mahal is okay. Petha important. And then you go little bit and then they will have that lassi will be there. What lassi? Their all talks will be about food. Why? Because they think body is meant for that. See, we have not cracked. We have not understood. Mind is for what? What is mind? Chalo, let me ask very basic question. We all have mind? We all have mind? I think we all have. Please define what is mind. Anybody? Bundle of thoughts. What is a thought? You can't give one definition where there are other things which are not known, okay? Mind is bundle of thoughts. What is thought? That which comes in mind. Cyclic definition is not allowed. What do you mean by mind? Sometimes we say, today I am not feeling like doing anything. What is that feeling? What is that feeling? Generally, I do one experiment with youngsters. I ask them, draw what you are feeling right now without using any emojis and without using any words. So no letters, no words you can write. You can't have emoji, smiling, crying, nothing like that you can have. Draw what you are feeling right now. If I give you that exercise, what will you draw? Do you know what most of the youngsters draw? 3 mountains. One sun rising between the first and the second mountain. Half only has risen. Full sun has not come. And from the same place, there is a river flowing. One side is the house. Another side is the tree. And tree and house are of same size. Why? Because as Indians, whenever anybody tells me to draw, what they have asked to draw, that is a secondary. First thing when you say draw, tuck, 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 start. What is the second most favorite drawing? Second most favorite drawing? Flower. One circle in between, 5 petals, and there is one line. Directly from the pot, flower comes. There is no tree. Have you ever in your life seen a flower like that which directly comes from the pot? No, but why? Because actually we don't know what is our mind. What does it want? Where is my mind right now? I don't know. Imagine the instrument which has been with me since my birth. And I don't know what that instrument is. If I don't know what it is, I will not know what it does, how it works, how to use, where to use. I have no idea. Are you understanding my point? And then there is a third instrument, intellect, even more difficult to explain. Why? Only we human beings have got it. No other animals, plants or birds, no living beings have got other than human beings. What is intellect? Some complicated word is there, INTELLECT. That much only I know about intellect. I don't know anything more. Do you think God is a bad creator who created the machinery without creating a manual? That's not possible. God is a good creator. He did create manual, but we refuse to study that manual. Remember, whenever we use anything without referring to the manual, thap, thap, 2 times. First the instrument will give, another the world will give. That is what happens with us. Why do we have so many health issues? Why do we have so many health issues? Because we actually don't know how the body works. Any doctor here, any medical doctor, not PhD doctor, finished studying, a student, we don't that you may call yourself doctor, we will call when you finish MBBS only. PhD, I am a PhD doctor, no use. If somebody is in trouble, I can't do anything. You think doctors have figured out how the body works? They are trying. They are trying their level best, but they don't know. Why? Because actually we don't understand only everything about the body. They also do trial and error method only. They give this medicine and they say, see for 3 days, then we will revisit your problems. Means, if this doesn't work, we will use something else. If that doesn't work, we will do something else. Try this test, try that test. What is this? How can you play with my body like that? But that is the fact. You think psychologists have figured out what is the mind? What is the problem and how to fix if there? No. Why? Because of 2 reasons. Number 1, we have not studied the manual. Number 2, my instrument only I can understand, nobody else. Nobody, I can tell my problem, somebody can help, but my instruments only I will understand. And that's why it is many times difficult to even express our problems to the doctor. And we Indians, though, we don't know the vocabulary also to say. We go to the doctor and we say, doctor, what happened? Something is happening. How will the doctor give medicine for something is happening? Then the doctor has to ask 10 questions. Is your head paining? Which part of the head? Middle part, side part, behind, where it is? Is your stomach okay? Did you eat properly? 10 questions. Why? Because we don't know what is wrong. Something is wrong that we know, but what is wrong? If we don't know that, will we be able to correct it? No. Same thing with our mind and intellect. We know something is wrong, but we don't know what is wrong. And therefore, we keep on trying. So, we think that this will work. We go there. If I am with this person, no, then my life will be very good. Then you put all your efforts to be with that person. And then when you are with that person, you understand that the life is hell because of this person. So then what do? You leave that person and you go to the next person. But from the previous incidents, I have learnt what? Never fall in love with a girl with curly hair. What kind of conclusion you have drawn? But that is how we do trial and error method. Enough of trial and error method. Let us go deeper and understand what exactly is this instrument, how to use it, where to use it, why to use it. That manual that God has created along with us is called Bhagavad Gita. That is the direct thing that Bhagavan himself has told. That's why it is called Bhagavad Gita. It is the song of God. God himself is telling. One who has created is telling about creation. Isn't it worth listening to? Imagine you go to a place and the one who started that place is telling you about the place. Nothing like it. There will be, some people will be there. Bharatiya Vidya, for example, you come here. When you visit, there will be some people who will take you across and will tell that, this is what happens here, this is what happens here. But they have mucked up all the information and they will tell it as a what do you call, teleprompter, no? Just this is the. But suppose the one who built this place, who built this entire campus, that person comes and tells, it will be even better, isn't it? You will actually understand what is all this made up of. Why? Why this is like this? Why that is like that? Bhagavad Gita is that kind of text, where Bhagavan himself is giving us the knowledge about us, about him, and about his creation. Everything that we are supposed to be knowing is there in Bhagavad Gita. It is a book of knowledge, it's a book of spiritual knowledge, but more than anything else, it is a manual of life. So many great thinkers, great philosophers, and successful people from all fields have gone through Bhagavad Gita and have found so many wonderful things. Mahatma Gandhi ji used to say that whenever I am in trouble, I refer to Bhagavad Gita and it gives me answer. Vinoba Bhave ji has written Marathi commentary on Bhagavad Gita, verse by verse is translated, and very beautiful. And beginning one shloka he writes where he says, Gita ही माऊली माझी तिचा मी बाळ नेणता पडता रडता घेई उचलोनी कडेवरी. He says Bhagavad Gita is like my mother and I am like a naughty child who is going here and there, but whenever I fall and I start to cry, my mother comes, picks me up and takes me near her. Whenever I commit mistakes in my life, Bhagavad Gita saves me. This is my guarantee to you. You read Bhagavad Gita, you open any page of Bhagavad Gita, whatever problem you are going through in your life, you will get that answer on that page. It is not a miracle, it is a science. There is a difference between miracle and science. Science is logical. There is a reason why every page, every verse of Bhagavad Gita is so much potent that it can solve all our problems, because it has that philosophy which is universal in nature. It is given by Bhagavan Shri Krishna, who is the Lord of the universe, and therefore you open any page and you read, your problem will be solved. I tell you, the best proof is you yourself. You do it and see. Some advertisement was there. Pehle istemal kare, fir vishwas kare. Remember that advertisement? You do it. Our Gurudev Swami Chinmaya, I am sure many of you have seen or heard Swamiji. Swamiji had long beard. Gurudev had long beard, white beard. And he used to say, don't believe because I am telling. Longer the beard, greater should be the suspicion. He used to say, don't believe because I am telling you. You read it yourself. You are young minds of this generation. And therefore, when Gurudev used to teach Bhagavad Gita, everybody in the audience will have a book. Nowhere else in no other organization it is studied like this, where everybody studying will have a book. And Gurudev, verse will be chanted, everybody will repeat, and then Gurudev will go through every single word's meaning. And he used to say, open the book, you see yourself. Don't believe because I am telling you. Believe because you can see that. Experience it yourself, because that is the best kind of proof. So don't believe. You see. You see for yourself whether Bhagavad Gita solves our problems or not. See, one simple thing in advertisement nowadays also, you must have seen this weight reduction advertisements. Have you seen? Weight reduction. Before and after, pictures will be there. Nowadays they put it for this hair transplant also. From top, Chandrama is there. Before, afterwards, jungle has come. Chandrama cannot be seen. Have you seen? You see Bhagavad Gita's advertisement of Arjuna before telling Bhagavad Gita and what happened to Arjuna after Bhagavad Gita. You will understand what is there in the Bhagavad Gita. When the Bhagavad Gita starts, Arjuna, warrior who is of the greatest order, the best warrior at that time, is standing in a battlefield of his life. And what did that great warrior do? He sat down, kept his bow and arrow down and started to cry. Visrusja sasharam chapam shoka samvigna manasa. And he started crying. And after Bhagavan Shri Krishna gave him Upadesha of 18 chapters, he stood up and he said, Bhagavan, I will do what you told. Karishya vachanam tava. Nashto moha, smritir labdha, tot prasadat maya chuta, sthitosmi gata sandhya, karishya vachanam tava. And he fought and he won. Proof. Bhagavad Gita is great because it is very closely connected with our life. Because the situation that Arjuna was in is similar situation where we also are. Not in that severe measure, but similar situation we also have. Generally they say Vedas and Upanishads are the essence, that is the foundational knowledge, etc. But you will study that Vedas, Upanishads are taught in a very different way. where there is a quietude of ashram and some rishi is sitting there and students go there with a very, inquisitiveness to understand. They go there, they serve, and then rishi gives knowledge. In Bhagavad Gita, that is not how the knowledge is given. The knowledge is given on the battlefield, not in an ashram. The knowledge is given when the guru is standing and the shishya is sitting. Opposite. The knowledge is given when the guru is standing down and shishya is sitting up. Shri Krishna was the charioteer of Arjuna, isn't it? So charioteer is lower pedestal. The person, the master of the chariot is up. Arjuna is sitting on top. Shri Krishna is standing at the bottom and giving knowledge. The entire setup is very different from the Upanishads. More than anything else, it is the knowledge given in the battlefield. Why? Because we are already in the battlefield. We are in the battlefield of life. We are every day facing so many challenges. Arjuna was confused. What should I do? That is our eternal confusion. Every morning, what is the first thing that you do? What is the first thing that you do in the morning? Get up is later. Before that, you do something. First, you decide whether to press the snooze button or whether to press what button. That is first step. Then you will see mobile, then you will, all the other things will happen. Day starts with battle. And we are very interesting kind of people. We don't have one alarm. How many alarms you have kept? 3? 5? Each one with snooze. Correct? What are we doing? We have to go at 7 o'clock. If I do 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 5:55, 5:57, 5:59, 6 o'clock. Why? Because every morning war starts. One side says 5 minutes. Another side says, what 5 minutes? Then I have to rush everything and then I can't eat properly. Then I have to run to the bus stop. Get up. Other says, it's okay da. Nobody will know whether you have taken bath or not. Anyways, you look ugly only. Just go now. Why are you thinking so much? And you put anyways that perfume, etc. so much that they will not know. Every day that is the battle. When we sit for eating, battle. When you are young, different battle. When you are old, different battle. When you are young, what is the battle? How can I get more and more food? When you are old, battle. How to finish all these things? They are offering me sweet, but I can't eat sweet. But there is another thing that they are not offering which I like. Shall I eat more or shall I stop? Shall I study or shall I do something? All the time we are confused. What should I do? Then there is a moral confusion which is little higher also. Isn't it? What is the right thing to do? In this situation, what is the... It's not personal situation. This is a moral dilemma now. What is the righteous thing? That also we are confused. And even spiritual dilemma. How should I reach there? Why should I? Which sadhana should I do? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? What should I do? There is confusion in all levels. Family life confusion, office confusion, personal life, societal life, national level, everywhere confusion. Arjuna was also in confusion. Shri Krishna gave answers in such a way that Arjuna's confusion was gone. So if you want your confusion to go, read the knowledge that is given by Shri Krishna. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji mentions in his commentary that Shri Krishna did not give knowledge to Arjuna only. He gave knowledge to all of us through Arjuna. Just think for a moment, Arjuna did not need that knowledge. He had Bhagavan himself in front of him. Bhagavan could have just touched him and said, fight. And Arjuna, okay, fight. Problem would have been solved, no? Bhagavan doesn't even have to touch. He can just get a thought. Arjuna, may your problems be solved. His problems would have been solved. But we would not have gotten the knowledge. So Arjuna became nimitta for Bhagavan Shri Krishna to give knowledge to us. It is that dialogue that is our manual of life. It tells me what should I do, how should I do, why should I do. It answers all the questions, fundamental questions and even temporary questions of my life. I am telling there can be hundreds of people who have studied Bhagavad Gita, and that is how it has become so time tested. No, it is not that one person is saying. No, everybody who reads that says that this is very good text. You must study this. When so many people have gone through it and have testament, they have given testament for it. We must go through it at least once. We must understand what is there in Bhagavad Gita. All right. I will conclude with another important aspect, especially for those people who have studied Bhagavad Gita. Generally, they say Veda is the foundation of our dharma, of our samskriti, of our entire system of knowledge. Veda is the foundation, agreed. And it is said that Veda is not written by anybody, it is not even given by Bhagavan, it has just come to us, but it is Nishwasitam Veda, yes, Nishwasitam. It is the breath of Bhagavan that has come to us. As His grace, the knowledge has come to us. Bhagavad Gita is the summary of entire Vedas. Vedas have three sections: Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda deals with actions, scriptural actions, yaga, yajna, etc., to attain something in this life or to attain a better life. Upasana Kanda deals with the mental activities which are required to tune my mind and to get higher result. Jnana Kanda section deals with the knowledge of self, knowledge of that Brahman, knowledge of the oneness. These three sections of Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda and Jnana Kanda, which are there of Vedas, are also there in Bhagavad Gita as three sections. First 6 chapters deal with Karma section. Next 6 chapters deal with Upasana or Bhakti section. And the last 6 chapters deal with the topic of knowledge. So Karma, what is famously called as Karma Yoga, Bhakti, what is called as Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana, what is called as Jnana Yoga, are the 3 sections of Bhagavad Gita. And therefore, Bhagavad Gita is the essence of the entire Veda. Bhagavad Gita is also essence of the Upanishads. Upanishads are the end portion of the Veda, the Jnana Kanda portion. The portion that deals with self-knowledge. The most important statement in that Upanishad is the Mahavakya Tattvamasi. And Tat Tvam Asi, these 3 topics are the 3 topics in the Bhagavad Gita. First 6 chapters, Tvam. Next 6 chapters, Tat. Last 3 chapters, how are these 2 same? Asi. So Bhagavad Gita is the essence of the Vedas, is the summary of the Upanishads, given in such a beautiful conversation between Sri Krishna and Arjuna that it becomes relevant to all of us. There is no restriction of age to study Bhagavad Gita. There is no restriction of gender, caste, creed, religion, nationality. No restriction is there. Anybody, absolutely anybody can study Bhagavad Gita and can take benefit from it. You may belong to any religion, any caste, creed, gender, nationality, age. You can just study Bhagavad Gita and take benefit out of it. Nobody is kept away from it. Everybody is open. This is meant for all. That is the greatness of Bhagavad Gita. Beauty of Bhagavad Gita is anyone who goes through it finds something for themselves. If a child goes through it, will find something for the child. If a middle-aged person, a youngster goes through it, will find something. If an old person goes through something for themselves. Anybody from any walk of life, a doctor goes through it, a lawyer goes through, an engineer goes through, or a teacher goes. Each one of them will find something different from Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because we understand what we want to understand. So when we look at it from a particular perspective, we'll take different thing from Bhagavad Gita. Today, if you see everywhere Bhagavad Gita, they will teach in so many different ways. They will say management techniques from Bhagavad Gita, psychological concepts from Bhagavad Gita, philosophical text, but it has so much of variety. Why? Whoever studies gets something from that Bhagavad Gita. It is time that we all practice, study, and then put it in our life of what Bhagavad Gita is telling. Without that, our life will be only thup and thup. One sound from the instrument, another sound from the world. And then after we are about to finish our life, we will read Bhagavad Gita and we will say, I should have studied this 20 years back, 30 years back, 40 years back. There is no point in repenting. We are not animals. We are human beings who have got intelligence to understand what is required and do it. But with that comes repentance also. We should not repent later on that I should have done this before. There is time for everything, and now is the time to study Bhagavad Gita. Doesn't matter what age you belong to, it is the time that you study. Take it as a blessing only of Bhagavan that you have come to this session and you have been introduced to Bhagavad Gita. If you have not been introduced to it before, take the study of Bhagavad Gita. Study it, see what I can get it from, and then actually practice it. Gurudev used to say, Swami Chinmaya used to say, one person went to him and said that, Swamiji, I have read your book, Holy Gita, your commentary on Gita 18 times. Because 18 is a very powerful number, isn't it? There are 18 chapters in Gita, there are 18 parvas in Mahabharata, there are 18 days war was there, and 18 Puranas are there, this, that. And therefore I have gone through your book 18 times. Can you please sign it for me? Gurudev said, sure. Gurudev signed it. Before signing, he wrote, you have gone through Gita 18 times. May Gita go through you once. What do you mean? I have studied, but has that text become part of me? One doctor went to Gurudev to get a signature. So Gurudev asked, what is your name? And doctors, whenever they will tell, they will mention that I am a doctor so and so. And then he said, Swamiji, I have a question. What? The question is, how much Bhagavad Gita should I study? Like, I am very busy in my life and I don't get time all the time. How much should I study? He said, I will tell. And before signing there, Gurudev wrote. First he started with RX. Prescription. Read 2 pages of the book daily. If you don't see the effect, double the dosage. Signed, Dr. Swami Chinmayananda. Why? You have to actually do it. You have to actually see how much it's required for me. Where am I? Based on that, how much is required will be there. How deep in sorrow and in problems I am, that much deep I will have to study Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita will save us if we study it regularly and sincerely. Don't study, Bhagavad Gita is like a mirror. Scriptures are like mirror. When you look at the mirror, you correct yourself. Okay? Don't be stupid enough to correct the mirror. Okay? Mirror is there so that you can see what is the fault in you and correct that. That is why we should study Bhagavad Gita. Not to catch Sri Krishna's words and say that twist it and don't do all that nonsense. Enough number of people have already done it. Why you want to add on to that? They are suffering. They have suffered also previously. You take it up to correct something in your life. Bhagavad Gita is meant for all and we should study it. All right? Sufficient for today. All right? If anybody has got any question to ask, you are please welcome. Yes, sir, please ask. Do we have mic? No. That's okay. Sir, you can ask. I will be able to hear. Yeah, I can hear. Yeah.
Chanting Bhagavad Gita, that's all. But some meanings I try to understand. It's difficult to understand. I'm not able to understand. So I thought I would clarify something with you. See, in one sloka it says, Karmanya Vadakaraste, Mapaleshu Kadadanam. I don't be able to chant
It's okay.
So it says that you do your duty, don't think about the result. If you think of the result, you will not do your duty properly. Well, well said. But as a human being, is it possible that without thinking phala, can I do my duty? For example,
Understood.
No, I will tell you a practical experience, sir. I've written 2 books. I'm a space scientist. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan released it here in this hall. I want to spread the knowledge of my space knowledge to children. For children, I wrote 2 books. I went to schools and somewhere I thought, I didn't expect that I don't want any money, but I want the knowledge to spread. Should I not even think of it when I write some book? But Bhagavad Gita says, don't think of your phala, just to do your duty. Yes, I did my duty. The knowledge is not spreading. Tell me, what should I do?
Sure. So I will just repeat the questions in short so that it will be there in the video also. That it may not be. First question that he asked is, in Bhagavad Gita it is said, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, I am everywhere. So as God he says, I am everywhere. The question is, how do I believe that there is God and that God is everywhere? That's the first question. Let me ask first question and then I will come to second question. How do we believe there is God? Okay. Let me ask it in a little different way. Do you believe in gravity? Do you believe in gravity? Why? Why? Yeah, but the gravity, that gravitational force is 9.8 meter per second square. Do you feel that 9.8 meter per second square? Do you even know what is 9.8 meter per second square? What do you mean by second square? Do you know? No, I don't know. But I believe in the intelligence of Newton. And I say that maybe I don't understand it, but Newton has come and discovered this law, it must be right. Now imagine if I say that I don't believe in gravity and I jump from the second floor, what will happen? Gravity will work. I don't believe, but gravity will work. Suppose I say I believe in gravity, but I don't understand gravity, and I fall from the second floor, what will happen? Gravity will work. Number 3, I am not only believing in gravity, but I am expert in gravity. I have done PhD in physics on gravity, and by mistake somebody pushes me from the second floor. What will happen? Gravity will work. So whether I believe it or not, whether I understand it or not, the truth will not change. Truth is not dependent on my belief or my understanding. Is this point clear? The only difference is, if I believe and if I understand, then I can use that truth to create something beautiful. Example, if I don't believe in gravity, I will never be able to make aeroplanes. But if I believe and if I try to understand, I can build aeroplanes that go against the gravity. Because I have understood what is gravity. So I know if I have to go against, how much force, how should I do? In the same way, existence of God is not dependent on our belief or our understanding. That is the first point that we must understand. Whether I believe it or not, He exists. Whether I understand it or not, He exists. If I believe and if I try to understand, I can use that power for my benefit. The first thing. Second thing, why should I believe that there exists God? Because everything has a cause. This is a watch. The moment there is a watch, there should be a watch creator, watchmaker, should be there or not there? Should be there. You can't expect that metal things automatically came together and became watch. Is it possible? No. There has to be an efficient cause, an entity which has created this. When we see the world, there has to be a creator of the world. What is that creator of the world? I don't know. But there has to be a creator. And that creator of the world has to be different from the world. That is also common sense. This table is there. Can you believe that this table is created from one leg of the table? No. Because that leg is also part of the table. So table must be created by some entity which is different from the table, from wood which is different from the person. If there is world, there has to be a creator of this world which is different from the world. We don't know what that creator is right now, and therefore we call it X. In mathematics, whenever we don't know anything in science, we call it X. Correct or no? You don't know that, let us call it X. Now suppose you come and say, no, I don't want to call it X. I want to call it Y. It doesn't matter. You call it X, Y, Z, alpha, beta, gamma. It doesn't matter. The problem is going to be same only. The sum is going to be, answer is going to be same only. That X is called differently in different religions, in different scriptures. In our religion, it is called as God. What is this God? You can understand if you study Bhagavad Gita, because in 7th chapter, in 9th chapter, Bhagavan explains who is God, what is God, what are the two different levels of understanding of God. In 10th chapter, he gives a demonstration of how God is in everything. Vibhuti Yoga, Vibhuti Vistara. In 11th chapter, he gives not just demonstration, but live show of how everything is in God. So, studying Bhagavad Gita will explain to you who is God, what is God, how is that God all-pervasive. But to know that, I should believe in it first. I am not saying blindly believe. Blind belief and belief has got a difference. Blind belief means you just believe but don't inquire. Belief means you believe and then you inquire. You try to understand how this is, how God is all-pervasive. What do you mean by God? What is the nature of that God? Is the God with form or without form? All these topics are taken in Bhagavad Gita. 7th chapter, I am telling you, 9th chapter, 12th chapter, beginning, sloka, verse itself, question of Arjuna itself is on this. There are worshippers of God with form, there are worshippers of God without form. Which one are better? So what is this God with form? What is this God without form? Entire explanation is there in Bhagavad Gita. You will get that. I hope I have answered. You are a space scientist, right? If I ask you, explain to me how rocket works. Entire explanation you give me now in 5 minutes. Will you be able to? Correct. So I have to go and study Newton's laws first, then do master's degree, then come to PhD, and then only I will understand how exactly rocket goes. Correct? Same answer from my side. Even if you ask me to answer in short, I can answer, but you may not understand. Just as you can answer, but I will not understand. But please do study Bhagavad Gita step by step. Then you will understand what is this God, etc. That is answer to your first question. Your second question was about karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. A verse from 2nd chapter, which is very popular shloka. That was the title track of Mahabharata serial also, but very misunderstood and mistranslated verse. from Bhagavad Gita. Karmani eva te adhikara. Adhikara means your right, your freedom, your prerogative. So what Bhagavan Shri Krishna is telling in that verse, hey Arjuna, your right is in action and not in the result of action. Means action is in your hand, result is not in your hand. So what is in your hand, focus on that and don't insist on that which is not in your hand. He is not saying do the action but don't expect the result. He is not saying that. It will be an impractical philosophy, and Bhagavan is not interested in impractical idealistic philosophy. It is like saying you come and do job for me but don't expect salary. Why will you come and do job? In Shastra it is said, prayojanam anuddishyana mandopi pravartate. Even a fool will not act if he doesn't see the result. And that is not what Bhagavan is telling in that shloka. What Bhagavan is saying, you focus on your action, your duty, because that is the only thing in your hand. Don't worry about the result because you can't change the result. Point number one. Point number two, while doing the action, remove the result from your mind because it will distract you from the action. While you are writing the book, you can't think about the result that you will get. Then you will not be able to focus on the book that you are writing. That book, to be perfect, you have to take out the result from your mind. Focus on the action. The beauty of it is, when I do my action properly, result takes care of itself. Shall I not expect that the knowledge of this book should be given to the youngsters? You can expect, but expectation will only create sorrow for you. Gurudev used to say, disappointment comes to those who make appointment with future. If you make appointment with future, be ready for disappointment. Because you want this knowledge to go to the young children. But do they want this knowledge? So if I expect that by me writing the book, it is a good thing that you are doing. And the right thing you said that I don't care about the money that I get. Which means you are selfless in your effort. When you have done that act selflessly, believe me, the sincerity of your writing your book will result in more and more people getting knowledge out of it. Don't pollute that action by expecting the result, by insisting on the result. That is the only point. So we need to understand that verse correctly. Bhagavan is not saying do the action not expecting the result. Don't insist on the result because the result is not in your hand. All the students, studying and writing exam is in your hand. Result, marks, are they in your hand? No. They are in the hand of the wife of paper checker. If the wife brings nice tea, etc., the paper checker is happy, he will give you marks. If wife fights, you will not get marks. Correct. So the point is, I can't insist on the result because it is not in my hand. My right, my prerogative, my focus should be on the action. When I do the action properly, the result will take care of itself. Great management techniques, one of the basic techniques is this. Work on the process and result will take care. 3 Idiots movie, I am sure you must have watched. Excellence के पीछे भागो, success अपने आप आ जाएगी. You become excellent, success will come. Result will take care of itself. All right? That is the point. Any other question? Yes.
Hari Om, sir. Just after mastering the Bhagavad Gita, you said Ham Brahmasmi. That being the case, when I am myself as a God, is it necessary to go to the temple to worship the God, idols? That I want to have a clarity. Because when you are coming to a conclusion that you himself is the conscious, is the self-conscious. That being the case, is it necessary to go to temple to worship the idols installed in the temples. Just like Chinmaya Mission are constructing so many temples in spite of spreading the knowledge of Ham Brahmasmi.
Yeah.
I want to have clarity in this.
I will give. First of all, I have not said Aham Brahmasmi. Upanishads have said it. Second thing, Aham Brahmasmi doesn't say I am God. Aham Brahmasmi says I am Brahman, which is the essence of God. As Jiva, I can never be God. But the essence of Jiva and essence of God is one and the same, and therefore there is only one reality, that is Brahman. That is the meaning of Aham Brahmasmi. Now, I am Brahman, but do I know that? Do I experience it? No. So there is something which the Shastras are telling, but that is not my experience. So now to come to that experience, I have to do something. That path includes, one of the aspects is going to temple and worshipping the form of God. That is only to purify my mind so that I will come to this experience, I am Brahman. Let me give you an example. Suppose you want to be a doctor. Doctor, MBBS, you are studying MBBS. To do MBBS, the moment they enter into the first year, they will be called as doctor. That's why she said. Correct, no? Why are you saying you are studying then? You finished, no? Okay. They will be called doctor before they actually become doctor, because they are soon going to become doctor. But still they have to go through the entire process and complete the degree, then to be called actually, and they will be able to practice that medical science. But suppose I ask you one question. For doing medical MBBS degree, is medical entrance not sufficient? Why should I give 12th exam? See, medical entrance is required to get entry into MBBS. MBBS is required to become doctor. But to give that entrance, you need to first finish 12th. Before that, you need to finish 10th. And before, so many steps are there, no, to reach that. Yes, final experience is going to be I am Brahman. But I don't have that experience. For me to reach there, I need to do different sadhanas. Is it necessary to go to temple? Depends on you. It depends on you. But it is necessary to get purity of mind. If that purity of mind you will get by going to temple, go to temple. If you think that no, that is not required, fine. Important thing is to get purity of mind so that self-knowledge we can attain. And that is why we go to temple and we worship, to get purity of mind. Both things are not opposed to each other. Advaita and Dvaita are not opposed to each other. Please remember this. Dvaita is a step to reach Advaita only. All right.
Hare Krishna, Swamiji.
Hare Krishna.
I read Bhagavad Gita 3 times. I read, there is no end of Atma. That is true, Swamiji. And my question is, I read newspaper regularly, Atma Hatya. Bhagwan Sri Krishna said, there is no end of Atma. But I read newspapers daily, Atma Hatya.
Means what?
How Swamiji?
Atma Hatya.
Atma Hatya.
The Atma that is never dying
Yes.
is not the Atma Hatya wala Atma. Atma Hatya means killing your body. Atma Hatya means you yourself decide to destroy your body.
Yes.
Okay, that is called Atma Hatya. That doesn't mean Atma is dying. Atma is still separate only from the body.
Yes.
So those two things are not connected. Atma Hatya means death of the body, but not natural death. You decide to end it yourself.
That is wrong word, Swami.
No, it is not wrong word. See, in the language, The same word will be used in different meanings. No, you have to understand according to the context.
Yes.
According to the context, you have to. In Atma word in many languages is used for ghosts also. Ghosts.
Yes.
Pretatma. That also word Atma is there, which is fine.
Hare
Atma
Krishna.
basically in Sanskrit means I. I. So many people do think that this body is I. This body is me, correct? The body can be called as Atma, but that is not real Atma, agreed, but it can be called as Atma.
Hare Krishna. And another one question. In our society, they wrongly misinterpret the Bhagavad Gita. What your opinion about Swamiji?
No
They
opinion.
wrongly misinterpret so-called so intellectuals. They define wrongly about Bhagavad Gita. What is your opinion about Swamiji?
No opinion. I don't have any opinion.
Okay,
on that.
thank you,
That-
Swami.
Because let them
Misinterpret.
let them na.
Ah.
Freedom is there, democracy.
Okay.
Let them do whatever they want.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Hari Om. We have freedom to go to the depth and understand the original text as it is. That freedom we have. We have freedom whether to listen to their interpretation or not. That freedom we have. All right. Shall we conclude? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Thank you all. Hari Om.
Your words are very much shaped by the thought. As we draw closer to this field, it's my privilege to offer a few words of sincere gratitude to Brahmachari Dr. Ved Chaitanya ji for his illustrious discourse of Bhagavad Gita. We thank our delegates for gracing this occasion, the students and teachers of Gautama Vedanta for this evening's Veda Parayana, our scholarship recipients and their families, and everyone who worked behind this to make this evening possible. Thank you. Namaskar.